All right, happy Monday night, everybody. Glad you're hanging out with us here in the Raiderland World headquarters. We'll hang out with you for about a half hour or so tonight on a Monday. Good, bad, and ugly Monday. We recap the weekend with you. The things you liked, you didn't like, the things that were so ugly you had to look away. What was that, sports or non sports? You tell us, from Texas Tech basketball, baseball, anything, everything. Hey, we had a no hitter over the weekend in Tech softball with Nigeria Kennedy. So you got a lot of things to choose from, obviously. The rise of Grant McCasland. Why does he win at Tech? We posed that question on our 60 Seconds of Raiderland commentary today. Why do you think he wins at Texas Tech? You tell us, ready to drop 10 million on a basketball roster next year? You better be. And then anything and everything else after that, whatever you want to talk about, Tech baseball, a little spring football going on. Not that anybody's really paying attention. And that's exactly the way Joey McGuire wants it, I think, like most college football coaches. You don't want to make any noise in the spring. Just get through it and get on to it. So let's have some fun tonight. Everybody jumping in on the United Supermarkets chat line. United Supermarkets and Market Street, the official supermarket of Raiderland and Texas Tech as well. So you know what to do. The early arrivals, let us know the audio is good, the video is good. Give us thumbs up, share it, invite your friends, whether you're on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, on our YouTube channel, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. And I hope we got a lot of folks coming in on YouTube and driving that number over 500. And then thousands on the Facebook page. You guys are great there for Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, draiderland.com, the website. Started your day off there. You've already been there. You know what we're going to be talking about. We gave you the cool Raiderland hot links, the coolest stuff from the internet for Raiderland fans and West Texans and everything else. I figure if we like it, you're going to like it. So that's why you go to the site at theraiderland.com every morning. Then 60 Seconds of Raiderland sometimes gives you a hint on what we're going to talk about here. It did today. And that's Grant McCasland and why you think he's successful in college basketball in 2025. Beyond that, anything and everything on your mind. Brought to you by the Shropshire Agency, independent, just like West Texans, here in Lubbock. Dang near 70 years. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you're looking for an insurance agency that understands your needs, professional, personal, and otherwise, you need to talk to them. If you hadn't done your insurance shopping in a while, you need to talk to the Shropshire Agency. Easy for me to say. Ultra Exteriors, inside, outside, make your home look better. Call Warren Taylor. My man will get you taken care of. Maybe you're looking at doing like an outdoor kitchen type thing or something like that. Yeah, they can do that. Maybe your windows stink. They're horrible. You can't see out of them. They get that weird fog up and everything. You got to get new windows. They'll make it fairly painless. I said fairly. There's only so much they can do to make, everything go, yeah, almost perfect. You still, you gotta have your windows out. You gotta have them in. They make it as painless as possible. Talk to Ultra Exteriors. Good West Texans over there. James jumping in on Facebook. Hi there, James. Thumbs up, multiple thumbs up. Sorry, I got something on my contact there. And then Craig for the old heads out there. The talking box is on. Indeed, it is. So let's get to talking, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, and everybody who's watching, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and then watch wherever you want to. What do we got? We got good, bad, and ugly. We got basketball. We got everything else. Right in early on the YouTube channel. I know he's hit thumbs up and I know he shared it. We will beat you however you want us to beat you. That's why GMAC wins. Grant McCasland. We talked about it on the pod a little bit, that he is not wedded to one singular way to win, that he's an X's and O's, wakes up every day and goes, what do we have to do to win this game today? Not a lot of coaches are like that. In fact, most aren't. Most are wedded to a system and want to go, hey, we're going to do what we do so well that you can't stop us. That's not real bright. It's not real bright. We talked about other reasons on the 60 Seconds commentary. We'll see if you guys want to talk about that as well. Were you surprised? Oh, me, James, that Gerlich was a train? No, not at all. Felt like she would be back next year. And then certainly after the run late February, where they were just this close, and then the March run, absolutely. Had no reason to think that she was not going to be back. I know a lot of people thought it hinged on the Aaliyah Chavez decision. It never did, ever, for Kirby Hocutt and Texas Tech. So those that if you were hearing people say that or hearing that from other media, they're misinformed. They don't know what they're talking about. It never had a thing to do with Chavez. $10 million for a roster next year in basketball. You ready to go with that? Because that's what it's going to take for Texas Tech to retain some of the top players and be in the marketplace, which Arkansas set the marketplace last year with $10 million in the transfer portal. You beat them. This year, pretty much everybody in the Power Five is going, yep, that's what it's going to cost to put together a decent roster. I say Power Five. I should say Group of Four now. What do we want to do? The power conferences: ACC, SEC, Big 10, Big 12. There you go. Open the checkbooks. I don't carry a checkbook anymore. Does anybody carry a checkbook? I have, like, at any given time, maybe one or two actual physical paper checks on me, but a checkbook, no. But do I still carry a wallet that was designed to carry a checkbook? I do. And people make fun of me. I'll show it to you right now. I have no problem with that. There you go. That's what I carry in my wallet. They're in my pocket. It used to be fatter with the checkbook in there, but no. So yeah, 10 million on that. Good, bad, and ugly. You guys know how this works. What were the things that were really good over the weekend? What impressed you? What did you like? Nigel Kennedy, no hitter, Tech softball. The bad, is just, hey, that wasn't so good. And then the ugly is just kind of like right out there. Now, it could be sports, doesn't have to be. Could be sports, could be anything else. Another good. And my kid came home to play golf this weekend. We saw him for 38 minutes. It was awesome. I'm just kidding, Reed. Glad you dropped by, though. Chris, I have a checkbook. Still probably haven't written a check in over a year. And John, I have one of those wallets. I love the wallet. Here's why I like it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Now, I've had people tell me that it's causing back pain and it's too big and it can really hurt your back. No. I like it. I can feel it. I know it's there. The people that carry around the little money clips and the little bitty clip things and, whatever, okay, that's fine. Do what you want to do. I want to know I got something back there, okay? Do what you want to do. But them little money, I would not feel weird. I would not, no. Don't want that. Don't want that. John, checkbooks. I find mine. Been a while since I wrote a check. Every now and then when I start to write a check for different, business reasons or otherwise, I'll be going along and the top part's really easy. And I get to and then you're like blanking out going, how do I write this out? Boy, I got behind a woman the other day. Nice woman, nice lady. They're at the United supermarkets, and I just had a feeling, I could tell. And there she went into the purse, digging around, and she found that checkbook. And I knew we might be here a while. I have an RF blocking wallet, a radio frequency blocking wallet. Fascinating. Need more information. All right, so good, bad, and ugly, the stuff you liked over the weekend, the stuff that impressed you. I'd like to give you something out of Tech baseball. I would go, well, Zane Petty really on Sunday gets a good. Jack Siebert in relief on Saturday gets a good. Beyond that, nothing really happening out there for Tech baseball. And you are sitting there today. Where are we? Let's drop down on D1 Baseball RPI.com, and you're at 73. Meanwhile, in the Big 12 standings, there's Kansas State at 8-1, Arizona State at 7-2. That's 2. Kansas and Arizona, that's 4. West Virginia and TCU, that's 6. Baylor and Cincinnati, that's 8. BYU and Texas Tech, that's 10. 12 teams make the tournament. You're at 4-5 in the league. UCF 3-6, Houston 3-6. At least you have the tiebreaker over Houston with a sweep. Utah 2-7, Oklahoma State 1-6. Wow, Oklahoma State. I don't know which fan base should be more surprised right now, frustrated or otherwise. What do you want out there, cat? You ain't coming in here. No, if y'all got a cat out there howling outside the Raiderland World Headquarters front door. Oklahoma 1-6 in the league, 12-13. I mean, Texas Tech is the only Big 12 team in single digits on the win total on the year. And speaking of that non-conference schedule, by the way, North Carolina has struggled the last 2 weeks. They're giving back RPI ground. Make the Big 12 tournament, win the Big 12 tournament. That's how you get it in there, you know? David, stops people from scamming your plastic card to RF, emitting your card number. Is the foil tight on your head, or is it just kind of loose? Just put some foil around the wallet. I don't think any of my cards are emitting anything other than, hey, if you want to steal this card, take over the payment, you know? Jeff, YouTube, subscribe to YouTube. The great, another Elite Eight, the bad, Florida's coach, go ahead. The ugly Tech baseball. Can't tap my wallet. Whatever you're into, big boy. And David Collier, do you want rain this weekend? Yes, I do. It can rain from about 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. every night this weekend. Now, if you're Texas Tech, you need to get these games in this weekend with Cincinnati coming in. You need to play all 3. Of course, you got to take care of business in Frisco tomorrow against Oklahoma, which would be a nice win. Oklahoma on the RPI going into tomorrow at least. Scrolling up. 10. 22-5 on the year right now. Whew. What was that? There were 17-1 in non-conference? Really? Well, that's why they're ranked where they are. So 10 on the RPI. Strength of schedule overall 97. Holy crap, OU. Look at you. Okay, there we go. 13-0 quad 4 games. 16-1 quad 3 and quad 4. 4-4 quad 1, 2-0 quad 2. All right, I get you, OU. You can be had. You can be beaten. Not easily, but okay. I really had not paid a lick of attention to them. Michael on Facebook. Gee, good. I think that might be is the T is next to the G on your laptop there. Oh, trust me, I understand. Believe me. Florida coach was smart to do hack-a-shack. The bad Tech basketball lost. Ugly Florida has an unfairly really tall guy that's going to play next year. Do I still have my notes from that? So the timeout that Florida takes at 2:46, 75-69. And that's where you get the D-Will's miss on the front of the 1-1. I don't think they were really trying to foul just yet. I think it just worked out for them. Now, they did start doing that after that. But that wasn't like they were doing it with 7 minutes left. I don't want to give them too much credit. All right? But after that first one, they knew they had 2 fouls to burn, and that was the thing, that they could play really aggressive. So I don't think they said go out and foul right there off that inbounds. They got into the trap. They wanted to pressure. They wanted to do it. And if you fouled, it was okay, but it wasn't deliberate, because if it would have happened, If it would have been that, it would have been early on. I mean, it would have been on the inbounds, and it certainly wouldn't have been D. Will. So that was just a happy coincidence that it worked out for them. I don't want to give them too much credit on the Jim Valvano, let's foul right away. But I will give them credit, and I thought it was a bad move at the time because if I take that timeout right there, if I'm Florida, I'm telegraphing to McCasland, we're going to get in a press, and you've got time to set up a press offense, and you didn't do it. I mean, you did, but you didn't execute. I want rain anytime. Yeah, rain, please. We have not had significant rain in Lubbock on the South Plains for those who are keeping score since November 19th. All right. It ain't good. Jan, one of the great Red Raider fans out there. Good, bad, and ugly Monday. Get your GBUs in. Tell us the stuff you like, didn't like, and had to turn away from over the weekend, sports or otherwise. The Rise of McCasland. Why do you think he wins at Tech? If you want to know my thoughts, I want to know yours. If you want to know mine, go back and listen to our 60 seconds of Raiderland commentary. It's on the website, theraiderland.com. It's out there. I'm not going to go through it again, but there are a couple of things on there that I want you guys to pay attention to. If you've already heard it, then you know. But there are two big things on there that a lot of coaches don't do. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I have wallet with cash in it, checkbook that I use to pay bills, and a couple of credit cards. Don't buy at Tech sports events because they won't take cash. I won't charge $5. That's what cash is for. Amen. Cash helps locally, and card charges help no one but the card company. Pay attention to Jan, people. Pay attention to Jan. Demand they take cash. I mean, they ought to. It's legal tender. It says so right there on it. The chip cards you can tap, emit RF signal, and skimmers can tap your wallet. But can they get inside your brain? Can they steal your soul? Yeah. I'm just looking at some of the stuff we had written down today to get to. We're getting to a lot of it. Want to thank again some of our great sponsors like the Shropshire Agency in Lubbock, Texas, independent, just like all great West Texans. United Supermarkets taking care of the chat line. Again, everybody who's watching, if you hadn't signed up on our YouTube channel, go over to YouTube, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, subscribe. You can watch wherever you want to, watch wherever you want to. Ultra Exteriors, another great sponsor of us here in Raiderland. Warren Taylor, good people. Pretty much anything you need done around the house, they can make it happen. Bathroom remodel. Who wouldn't like a new bathroom? I mean, like right now. Instead of cleaning it, it's almost worth it to just have Warren and Ultra Exteriors come out and just redo it. For some people, their wallet is their soul. I'm probably one of those people. I'm not going to lie. My wife would probably agree. James, off Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. The good, both men and women's games were great this weekend. B, free throws, bad free throws. Ugly. The transfer portal opening during the season. Yeah. And I get it. You had players at a couple of schools that were deep in the tournament that were already in the portal. This is no different, though, than free agency in the regular season in the NFL and Major League Baseball and whatever. And fans are going to have to realize that and understand that the college locker room is not a college locker room anymore. It's a professional locker room. And these guys get it. They get it more than the fans do. They understand it. That people are sitting there worried about, well, what are the other players going to think when so-and-so's in the portal? Well, what do you think when so-and-so's a free agent for the Cowboys or for the Rangers, for whatever? Here's the deal. If you want to get your next check, and this is a fact in the NFL, Major League Baseball, professional sports, if you want to get your next check, you've got to perform where you are right now. as Tim Tadlock would say, you got to be where your feet are. If you think you're not going to be back next year with Texas Tech, well, if you want to go somewhere else, you can't just shut it down, quit, and not play. You've got to put some videotape out there. The players understand that. It's going to take longer for the fans to get it. The coaches will rail against it because they can. But you never hear pro coaches rail against that stuff because they get it and they understand it. The players are ahead of the fans. Players are ahead of the coaches, you know? Jeff, I guess we're all Cougar High fans next weekend. Go Big 12. I actually wrote that down. I hadn't thrown it out there, Jeff. Jeff coming in off the top rope there on YouTube. You know, do you root for UH in the Final Four? Yes or no? What's in your best interest if you're a Texas Tech fan? Big 12 looks good, or a team in the state of Texas wins a title and you have to recruit against that? Do you really feel like you're recruiting against Houston? A little bit, kind of. Not so much. That maybe if it were a Texas or an A&M with a dominant financial base, but also a fan base at both schools that don't care, which is why Texas doesn't win, and A&M's gonna, the A&M's coach is looking to go to Maryland, who lost their coach because they don't care at Maryland. So think about that, Aggie fans. So yeah, I'm kind of like, whatever, that's good. If they win, I don't think it hurts Texas Tech. If it helps the league perception wise, yeah, I think we're good. What are your thoughts on the torpedo bats? They're legal. They meet every specific design, and we're talking about the bats that the Yankees and some other players around the Major League Baseball are using, where they have shifted the weight circumference ratio down towards the label and then skinnied it up at the top to meet the weight ratio. You can't be over 42 ounces, under 30, whatever it is. My main thing on that, Chris, is it took us 150 years of baseball to figure this out. That nobody in the history of baseball ever just looked around and said, golly, we're getting a lot of bat balls coming out the bottom of the barrel here and we're missing it on the trademark. What if we just moved that down and kind of shimmed it up top? It's brilliant. It's legal. Baseball, no, baseball not. Baseball is the slowest, dumbest professional sport when it comes to adapting to technology. All time. David, Lady Horns, 23 Lady Frogs, 14 were in the second period there. Chris, I'm for Houston or Duke. I want the SEC to lose. I mean, at a certain point, it doesn't matter. Jeff, Houston hasn't lost a game since we beat them at home. Anytime Houston loses, it's a good day. I've been a Duke fan for 35 years. 35 years. So going back 35 years. Yeah. Man, if I could have got a hold of a young James Pittman, I could have steered you away from that. I could have helped you see the errors of your ways. But I can see now, 35 years later, that, brother, you probably couldn't be reached. You had gone to the dark side. And I can't help you now. You're too far gone. 23-21 at the half, the Lady Longhorns. Go TCU. Good luck. Vic Schaefer. Don't get me started on him. I'm no fan of TCU either. That whole thing. What are we doing? A few more minutes left tonight. Good, bad, and ugly Monday. The things you liked over the weekend, the things you didn't like, and the things that were so ugly you had to turn away, sports and otherwise. Anybody have any great meals? Any great food over the weekend? Anything like that? You can also talk a little bit about Grant McCasland, why you think he wins at Tech. I gave you my reasons on our little commentary today. So I'm not going to restate that. I want you to go back and listen. And if you disagree, we can talk about it tomorrow. We can do that. Baseball. Anyone? Oklahoma tomorrow. Have no idea who they're going to start pitching wise. I don't think they do. Hope no one touches this table. Amen. I was 10 when I started rooting for Duke. I mean, kids can be led down the primrose path to all sorts of horrible things. I'm not going to blame your parents. They probably didn't know what was going on. Might not have had a stable older adult relative to help you. I get it. It's okay. Robert just types in on YouTube, I like UNC. The hell? What does that mean? I like UNC. Robert, what does that mean? You got on the broadcast, you tuned in, and of all the things you could send in, I like UNC. Now, that could be short for uncle, and you may like the man from Uncle. I like UNC. I don't think anybody really likes UNC. I think anybody hates UNC. Unless you like Bill Belichick. Not a Dookie. That's fine. Hey, yeah. No, we're glad you're not a Dookie. That would be awkward to explain to a lot of people. In the Duke North Carolina rivalry over the decades, for me, I was just like, whatever. Probably more North Carolina at different times because of Dean Smith, and we kind of like Dean Smith. If you grew up in the 70s into the 80s, you kind of like that. But, I didn't care. Wasn't bought in. James, is it sad I would rather root for Kim Mulkey, than Schaefer? Well, Mulkey has a better wardrobe. She's taller. No, I don't think it's sad. I don't think it's sad that you would rather root for Kim Mulkey than Vic Schaefer. Disturbing, perhaps, that it would come down to that. Mulkey, bless her heart, wears me out. But we've also had some various shared moments over the decades between certainly Tech and Baylor basketball that all the stories I could tell. And some night we might do it. I don't know. Couple of more minutes left. Your chance to get in. No Diamond talk tomorrow after Tech baseball. We're going to go regular time. It's a midweek game there at Frisco. Hey, if you're in the Metroplex area, go out and check out the baseball. Go to the game. Go have fun. Enjoy it. Eat hot dogs. It'll be good. I would again say, hey, go check out our thoughts on Grant McCasland and why I think he wins at Tech. There on 60 Seconds of Raiderland. It's on the website, theraiderland.com, and you can fire away your comments and questions. We're going to be on Twitter with you tonight as we post this up and get ready for tomorrow. So you can always hit us at Ryan Hyatt Media. I want you guys, everybody, to subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. At Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on YouTube. Like it, subscribe, and grow that. And I promise you, once we get over 500, I won't gripe again until it's time to get over 1,000. We get over 500, cool things begin to happen. Facebook and Twitter, you guys are awesome. At Ryan Hyatt Media on Twitter, and we got 1,700 or whatever on Facebook, and you guys kill it on there. You can always do more. You can always share more. You can always invite people in. Robert, that's exactly why I like UNC Dean Smith. Yeah. Anytime Mulkey is having a whining meltdown, it's a good day. And I've seen many of them. James McCasland wins because he builds culture first. How does he do that, though? How do you build culture first? Part of it has to do with who you're building the culture around. And it gets into roster building. Yep. All right, you guys were good. David Collier was in, he was out. KMEC 28 sports director, the $1 million man himself in Lubbock media was in, he was out. Don't know what happened. Maybe we'll make him come on tomorrow. I don't know if tomorrow's his off day or not. But want you guys to, like I said, thank all our great sponsors. When you see them online, please share with them how much you appreciate them advertising and working with us. That means a whole lot. So it could be Ultra Exteriors, it could be the Shropshire Agency. They're on Facebook, you name it, United Supermarkets. If everybody, all the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people watching this tonight across all the platforms just jumped on United Supermarkets Facebook page and said, "Hey, thanks for being a part of Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland." That'd be cool. I mean, that's one thing you can do for all the media you love. I'm going to say this before we get out of here. Whether it's my show or anybody else or any radio program or TV deal or anything else, if you like what they do, you don't have to spend a dime other than just a few moments of your time going online and thanking their sponsors and letting them know that when you do that, that goes a million miles to helping people create content. Now, we obviously want you to buy their products and everything else, but the feedback that they get, and anybody who owns a business or anybody out there who's ever bought advertising and everything else, that's the thing you crave when you buy something and advertise. Just give me a little feedback. Give me a little something that we know they're out there. Now, they see the number. They know you guys are out there, and they understand it, and that's why I've got a great roster of clients that is pretty much unmatched in Lubbock media. And God bless them. We can't thank them enough. But whatever media outlet you like, take just 30 seconds, a minute out of your time and go online and thank them. All right? Do that for me, even if it's not our clients' time, whatever. Do that for us. That would be cool. All right, we've had a lot of fun tonight. This time tomorrow, we may be announcing new arrivals in Raiderland. That's right. New arrivals. Birthing could be imminent. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So cross your fingers and hope everything goes well. But we could have new arrivals in Raiderland this time tomorrow. We'll tell you about it tomorrow on the daily broadcast. Got to end the show on that. We'll see you tomorrow. Check out everything we do at theraiderland.com.